You said it something. What he did well and another one. I want to know more. Nah, you can. I also play good.
Mention it in advance. So I had a confidential talk with Thomas. Like, you know, I'm a coach who always likes to protect the players. So I hope for your understanding. For me, the team is like family, and I'm not coming out with internal issues. But I made quite clear to him he wanted to come. So this one first, he wanted to come. But I made quite clear that why he's not coming. Like I said, it's confidential, it's difficult for me to mention all the things. It's like that. We have to move on. And maybe in addition to this, because I know the next question could come, so in addition to it, I have to go a little bit back. So first of all, the initiative was to make Thomas the captain of the team, and for him to guide the team and to lead the team. So once he's not there now, surely after I talked to Thomas, first of all I had to talk to Kudus. For him, I think he's still young, he needs to grow into that role. The last time he was the captain, it was a situation where we actually expected Thomas to come. We have, you know, Chico and Kudus who were like assisting Thomas. And last time I took the decision to make Kudus a captain. And now, as we know, Thomas is not coming, and it's not a permanent thing. So we are always open for him to return. I hope that the things we talked about, that he will do better than that, and that he will join the team maybe the next window in March. I think he understood my perspective. We had a good talk, and we had good terms, just for you to know. So going back again, we made a decision to make Kudus the captain that time because Thomas was not there. And now, as we know, Thomas is not there for the next 2 games. We made the decision at the end, I decided to take a new captain for the team, which will be Jordan. So I talked to Kudus for him to understand that for me, he still needs to learn and grow into that role. And I want him to still to be second captain alongside Jiku. But Jordan will take over now, from now, and he will lead and guide the team. And for me, it was very important to take time to talk to Jordan also, to talk about his responsibilities as a captain, because it's always about the team first. It's always about to build a bridge as a captain between the coach and the players. It's always about to be disciplined, to take responsibility. You know, all these things as a leader. It's not, for me, it's also about experience, but not only. It's not only about maybe you have 1,000 games for Ghana or whatever. It's a lot of things which you have to do, and you have to take responsibility. And for me, these things, you need to take time with the player to talk and go through, so that in case there are worst case scenarios, the captain knows what to do and knows what I expect from him. So for me, it's not just like a decision you can take, you can give it to somebody. It's a long talk. It's understanding. It's getting perspective, my perspective, the player's perspective, and then at the end we agreed, and I was happy for him to accept it. And I think he can give a lot to the team. And we have to move forward and try our best to keep the chance which we still have, the small, slight chance which we still have to keep it alive.
Okay, next.
Me, as a coach, but also as a player. To be honest, maybe you don't believe it, and some people can't feel it because they haven't been players. But as a players, or me as a player, when I got defeated, when I lost, I got better out of it because I was reflecting on my mistakes maybe, and I was reflecting where I can improve. And for me, to be honest, I have the feeling, like especially after the last camp when they went home, this is what they had too. You know, they showed extra effort in their clubs. They regretted. You could see that maybe the emotions were still high. They feel for the nations. They feel for their country. And I don't know why exactly Kudus got a red card, but maybe also because of that, because he was disappointed also from the last games we had with the national team. So you can feel that the love for the country is there, and they want to show it, and this is the only way they can show it, through performance. And I hope that they still keeping this, what they have inside after the last loss, that they have it and they show it again on the pitch. And it's too easy, I know it's a result game, but it's way too easy to say like they didn't perform and that's it. We had, especially in our home games, good performances, but sometimes football is like this. You can play good and you lose. Sometimes you can even play bad and you can get a point and you can win. And at the end, surely we all want to win. And I wish we would have played bad and we would have won, but it was more the other way around, especially in our home games. And there's so many small margins which can decide a game. You know? And I understand this question, but it's, for me, it's not about their ability that they can't score. It's about maybe to bring them in a mental stage, and this is not only my responsibility. I know we have good media guys. It's also your responsibility. Some are working against it, but this is how it is if you lose. But surely I can just always ask for help and support, because once we make them feel like when they come home, they're at home, they will give their best and it will come. But if they come home and it's like a toxic environment, it's always difficult for them. It's not easy, they're just human beings. And what we all can do, is to support them, because we all want Ghana to win and we all want Ghana to have success. So this is only what I can ask for is support. I will try, and our technical staff will try to make them to feel at home, to make them feel good, to also talk about the negative things from the games, but also about the positive things, because there were a lot of positives that we created. When I see all the matches, we created a lot of chances, and now we have to work on them to score and to support them.
Okay, please, you hold on.
The issue of Thomas Partey. I think the submission has to be devoid of ambiguity and equivocalness, because the last time around, coach, we have to be blunt. The perception in the footballing domain is that Thomas is not too eager to make himself available for the Black Stars. It may be false, but that is a perception. The last time he was unavailable, and the impression was that he was injured. Soon after that, he was seen in the Arsenal shirt, playing the full match. This time around, he's unavailable, and as you said, there are reasons you can't put all in the public domain. My point is that it's going to be a lot of speculation, and that gap is going to be filled with a lot of rumors, and it will be toxic. So you don't necessarily have to put all out in the public domain, but I'm sorry, but it's not enough to say he's unavailable. Why is he not available?
No, I didn't invite him.
You invited.
I didn't invite him. I didn't invite him. He wanted to come.
Why?
Why? Because the reasons I told him. I told him the reason why I didn't invite him. You know, and if this topic is going to talk, this is not my fault. Maybe you have to ask Thomas then, you know, because I'm not talking about a player. This is not my style.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, boss.
I'm thinking that you are in the same line with me. So when you took an ask of Thomas Partey, I said, legend has killed me today. Okay. But to what the legend said about Thomas Partey issue, Coach, I want to know. You said he wanted to come and he said he wanted to come and you spoke to him and it was confidential. Whatever transpired between you and Thomas Partey, we are yet to know. But I just want to ask, those that they are not committed, because I know Partey didn't give you any reason because he was injured. It is personal stuff to me. I want to know, when it's done with that confidential issues, is it going to come back to the national team? Is it going to come back? And my last question is, please, are you selecting the players based on commitment or players that we feel that they are playing good for in Europe, so they should come up and add that to the national team and be played? Are you selecting your players based on commitment, or you feel that they are in Europe, so they need to come and add up to the numbers and play on the field? Thank you.
So your last question is, so the first thing is performance. I said it before and I'll say it again, and maybe you can write it down so you don't ask again. It's always performance. Performance. I can guarantee you, even in this room, even if it's a friendly match, everybody who is in this room and every player who's on the pitch doesn't want to lose. There's no player in the world who will come on the pitch and say, oh, I want to lose. No way. But surely sometimes there's some negative things happening throughout the games where it's where maybe the situation is killing the enthusiasm, the fighting spirit of a player. Could be. And surely these are things which we talk about in general and which we have to address, and where the players have to be stable to still be fighting and give this spirit out. Sometimes we had away games where we had the impression where this was not there. And surely this is part of our job as technical staff to encourage the players to keep on believing, to keep on fighting. No, but it's not easy all the time. Also for the players, I know how it is as a player. And this is what we have to work on. It's very, very important for us to believe in ourselves. If we have we created a lot of chances in all the games to still believe that they can do it. And they showed it surely in their clubs, and this is the base. But commitment is also one of the parts. But it's not because you don't know who's committed unless he's on the bench. You don't see it. I can't see if you're more committed than him, or I can't see it. No, I can just see it in the actions. And so the first thing is always performance. And we have exchange. We call the players. I use the breaks, the national when we don't have national games, to visit the players. Not only Thomas, also other players, and I talk to them. I will call them on the phone. So this is part of my job, to talk to them, also to watch them live, but also a lot of video, because we can't be everywhere at the same time. So we watch a lot of games, a lot of videos, and we have an overview. This is the advantage I have. Maybe if you compare myself with yourself, I look all the players. Some people, they come and ask, oh, why is the player not there? But I have watched all the players, and maybe that person has just watched this player and maybe some highlights, And so it's always difficult to talk from outside. And I can understand that you're curious to know, but for me, this is one thing I wouldn't like. And I wouldn't like also, to be honest, a player to be somewhere and to be talking about me. So me, I hold it always like that. I do the things, I treat the people the way I want to be treated. So I will never talk about players in public, what I told them and why this and that. I don't, because I also don't like it if players will talk about me in public, or the coach said this, that. This is not, if somebody has something to say, you can come to me. And if I have something to say about a player, I'll come to the player.
And the last one, about Partey.
What again?
Please, let's move on to the...
First off, I know that the Rankings don't play football, but in the month of September, we lost to Angola and we drew against Nigeria. So it means that the rankings in the world, we got to 70th. October, we drew against Sudan, lost against them in the reverse fixture. We dropped to 74th. You have 2 more games to play against Niger and also against Angola. I mean, as a coach, when you see this, when you see the performance and then it's telling on the FIFA ranking, does it add a lot of pressure to you? And then second, my second question is, it's just to add up to my colleague's question about the players performing for their clubs. So I just want to look at Antoine Semenyo. He scored against Manchester City not too long, but he comes to the Black Stars and looks very ordinary. I mean, I know you watched them, and I don't know what you can tell us about how you can deploy these players and get the very best out of them. Maybe try and make what you see at their European clubs.
No, I'll start with the second. I know it's a result sport, but I see the games differently maybe than you. And I know that, let's say in our home game, if Antoine had like, I think 2 very, very good chances, if he would have scored, you won't say he was playing just ordinary, you know? And against Angola also, he had a big chance when we played at home. And I know that, so for me, just like I said, it's margins which decides, you know, and it's everything is so close, and it can go this direction or that direction. So, but for me, I can't say that he's not performing in the national team. I can't say. I can say, let's say, the second game I expected more from him, but the first game there was a lot of positives. He had actually good passes, good runs, good everything. It's just that he didn't score. This was the only thing. And this is the most important thing, I know, but he's not doing it on purpose. And sometimes this is how it is in football. You know, I've experienced it in my own career, and a lot of players have experienced it. Sometimes you have bad luck, and sometimes it will come back, and we have to work hard to get it back. And it's also sometimes about the mental state and the believement. And I know that once we will score maybe 1 goal, the second one or the third one will come. This is what I'm hoping. And the first question was what again?
About the FIFA rankings.
Yeah, if I have pressure. Like I said, as a player but also as a coach, defeats are hurtful. But for me, it makes me better. And I can see, this is what I hope on the players also, when they left, it made them better. It creates a certain kind of anger that, okay, I want to show the world I can still do it. This is how I was as a player. Like, I fell down, because maybe you see me here, sitting here, as let's say, former Dortmund player, and maybe, I won the German championship. But before I got there, you don't know what I did. And you don't know how many times I fell down. I fell down like 10 times, I stood up 11 times. I had like 5 big operations on my knee, and I came back. You know, it's always ups and downs. It's a very, very mental, tough situation, and also a fighting situation. And this is the same as a coach now. We will do, and me and the coaches are going to do as much anything possible as we can do to win these 2 games, one after another, to win Angola and to keep the little chance we have alive. And there's so many situations in football. I remember when we had the World Cup 2002, the South Korean players, they cried after the loss against us, but at the end they stay qualified. So anything can happen in football, and we will have to just try to do our best. And for me, it's a pressure situation surely, but it's nothing more or less than what I've experienced in my whole life and also career, and also as, let's say, as an assistant coach in Denmark, or as an assistant coach in Mönchengladbach, or as a assistant coach and transitional coach for Dortmund.
Okay, my name is Nara Majman. I work with the EID Network. I would like to find out why DIU isn't part of the team, or whether we are moved on from the captain.
I think this one were you there in July or May? June. Were you there in June? Okay, then please record what I said.
Like, have you moved on from him? Have you moved
No,
on?
like I said, you should go to the recordings and listen to what I said because I can't say all the time the same thing. And the second question was what?
We've had instances that a lot of Ghanaians don't have confidence in Atizigi. But here lies the case that anytime you hand collab, Atizigi is part of the collab. Whilst we have home-based goalkeepers who are very good, giving out their best, especially Benjamin Asari from Heart of Oak. We have Kofi Mensah at Nations FC and other goalkeepers. Why are you not giving them the opportunity the same way you are giving Atizigi?
Because we can also talk about 50 other players which are not being called. And if we start with this, I have to go in the next one to answer, and this and that and this one. It's very, very difficult to control. You know, we can talk about 50 other players, not only goalkeepers. We can talk about so many players which are maybe doing well or whatever, and it's very, very difficult. So I'm very, very sorry for that. Yeah? Don't take it personal, but I can't go on this question.
Good afternoon, Coach. Being late, my brother left, but find a way to help me out.
I reserve the right.
Yeah, he reserves the right. Fine. Coach, I want to ask that you started building something in Frederick Asari, and gradually it was growing up. We all understand that to be a group of the Black Stars, it will take time, because from a local team like Asante Kotoko, you would have to command some friendship, respect among the defenders who plays outside the country before you are able to control them, even in a game, and that is the reality. So some of us believe that that is what we are building in Frederick Asari. But I saw the list you mentioned, Frederick Asari is out. Is it because you wanted him to concentrate in a CHAN team, or you think that you have to give others opportunity in the Black Stars? Thank you.
What about the goalkeepers which are there? And did you see their performance? This is my question to you. Do you see Walcott's performance, Ziggy's performance at the clubs, and also Nuruddin's performance? This is my question. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, and you still asking me?
Yes.
Okay.
I still go
Okay.
fast.
Then okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will take 2 more questions.
I want to ask, Coach, left with two games that we have to play, and how do you see our chances? Do we have a chance to go to the 2025 AFCON? And then my second question.
Hello, please, silence, please.
Yes, and then my second question. In your squad, I saw 3 local players in your squad, and are you going to give them chance to justify themselves? Because anytime you invited local-based players, they go and observe things and then come back. This time around, we wanted to confirm from you. Are you going to give them the opportunity to justify themselves in the Black Stars?
Okay, so it's always the same questions with you guys speaking about local, non-local. You know, so let's say Emmanuel Entry plays, then maybe he gets bought in winter time from Juventus Turin. Then he's no more local player, right? And then I have to find somebody else. Then I don't invite him again. So I don't get it with this local and non-local. For me, it's just about performance. It's always about performance. And if somebody's not playing, then I think somebody who's in the team, in the training, perform better. This is the only reason. It's not about local or non-local. It's about performance. If you train well, why should I get on the bench? If I think you're better than whatever, Kudus or whatever, then why should I let him play? Then I will, because I want to win. I'm not doing anything just to please somebody. And to be honest, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to put whoever on the bench. I'm not afraid. But I'm looking at the performance. That's all. So it's not about local, non-local, it's about performance. Do you have another question?
Our chances, are we qualified?
Yeah, so So, we have to do what is in our control. What we can't control, there's nothing we can do. So, there's a chance, surely, and if we win the first match, and Sudan loses the first match, then it's a mental game, and the pressure will be on them. And I've seen it a lot of times, in both ways. Last year we were like, with Dortmund, we were just about to win the league, but we lost. And then Bayern Munich, they won and they took the lead. So anything can happen in every season. This is football. And sometimes you need different things also aside. We talk about so many things, but and people are sending me a lot of things for me because I don't get into or don't buy it. But nobody was talking like, let's say when we played last week Sudan, we scored a regular goal. But there was no VAR. There was no VAR. We scored a regular goal, and Yankee Williams scored a regular goal. But it was taken away. Nobody cares about it. I know you don't care about it. I don't know why, but it's like that. But I know this is just some margins which can change the game in this or that direction.
My name is Benjamin Osu. Enjoy broadcasting network. Coach, football in recent times, the dynamics and everything has changed. You could clearly see young players performing at the top level. 16-year-old, 17 years, 18 years performing at a greater higher. Ghana in recent times, the conversation has been under 20, the integration of under 20 squad to the national team, the transition has been very bad. Linking it from 2021, the under 20 players who won the AFCON and even qualified for the World Cup, but due to COVID, FIFA cancelled it. All the players, it's only left with one player, which is Partey Shahabu, playing for the team right now. Would it be a time, the current team right now, those who qualify for the AFCON, coach or first team, somebody like Jerry Efriye, who won the player of the tournament, is it going to be a time we will see this youngsters, taking part of the Masters?
Hopefully, yes. I don't know. It's like I said, it's all about performance. Efriye, for instance, is injured at the moment, but surely this is what the country should look for. There are things it should be one of the aims to integrate those kind of players. But at the end, like I said, it's always about performance. If you take one in, you have to take one out, and it's difficult times. There's no try and error, to be honest. It's just we have to win, and we have to be sure about what players will play for the country. But I think it should be a very, very big target to do this. And this is the future. Absolutely.
I will pick the.
Calvin also on SamFootyGhana.com. Coach, just like you said, we scored from open play, and I've been a bit worried about how we play, and it's not just me. Most of us think that we are too conservative in our games, and that we don't attack much, we don't create much, and it becomes difficult for us to identify ourselves with the brand of football which the FA themselves sold to us with Ghana's football philosophy. We want to know what is Otto Addo's, philosophy for the Black Stars, because just like he asked the question of the under 20s being integrated, if we have different or contrasting, philosophies from the Black Stars and the junior national teams, what would be the way forward for Ghana?
I think in general we changed some things since I came, and there are a lot of young players there. So at the end, it's surely we have to win. Whatever we do, if I would have integrated, let's say, a lot of young players and we lose, and it's like, we don't have experience. So if we stay or we win changes. So whatever I do, if we lose, it's food for other things. I understand this. But coming to you personally, please come after the press conference. I'll give you the statistics about our chances from all the games. If you're saying that we're not creating chances, I'm very, very sorry to say that, but I don't think you have watched the matches. But I'll give you the statistics if you want to. You can have a look at it. And a lot of chances were created. even in the away games, we had like really good chances. And yeah, very unlucky with the goals being conceded, where we have like, little individual mistakes, and also sometimes it's the communication on the pitch, which was not good, and then we conceded the goal. All comes back, but at the end, surely, I'm the head coach, I'm responsible for this, and I understand where these questions are coming from. If we don't win, it's like that, and we can just try to make it better. But to say we are not creative now, we don't create chances, I think really you have to study the game again, please.
Coach, on the philosophy.
Philosophy for good football, and I'm not happy with especially the away games, but I know we didn't win, but with the home games, the way we play, this is how I want us to play. This is my philosophy, to play, to have the ball, to have possession, to create a lot of chances, and surely to score. This is the last part which was missing in the games at home especially, and there we have to improve.
Okay, colleagues, just one more point before we wrap up on it. My attention has been drawn to a post by my Joy Online with a caption, Thomas Partey left out of Ghana's squad to protect Arsenal star. Ordinarily, I wouldn't do this, but I would like the coach to clarify this before we leave here, because that is not what he said. But for the sake of clarity, our president, Mr. Pamela, spoke about ambiguity earlier, but with this kind of caption, I would like him to clarify the point he made about Thomas before we leave here, so that we all leave with a clear conscience and also understand exactly what his points were in relation to Thomas' absence from this squad. Coach. So, like I said, this is it from Joy FM. Thomas Partey left out of Ghana's squad to protect Arsenal. So I just want you to be blunt enough in terms the best way you can for us to understand it properly for the sake of clarity.
So again, for me to let's say in general, just in general. In general, okay, I will start somewhere else. I was born in Germany, so for me, it's always an honor to come here it's not only about myself, for me it's always more, it's always about Ghana, to help Ghana to do the best I can do for the nation to have success. And this is what I expect from all the players, and this is what makes us strong. And this is also because, like I said, you have certain responsibility, not only as a captain. No, you have to have certain responsibility. You have to be disciplined. You have to be a role model. You have to be, and also you have to show the performance. You have to be committed to everything. And if I see something is lacking, maybe the performance, maybe the commitment, maybe this or that, then you will have a talk with me. And if I don't see that in that talk, then I won't invite you. That's all. I mean, this is my decision at the end. But I want to see it's a whole lot of things which I expect from the players when they come here. If I don't see, let's say from the performance side, the performance not there, and somebody else is performing, then I invite the other one. So there are lots of things on the pitch, but also off the pitch, which are important. And I explained it at the beginning, which make it, for me, crucial if somebody will be invited or not. And it's not like a permanent state. If I see it there, you're always welcome. It's up to the player, not up to me. And with all the players and goalkeepers, I'm the last one who wants to lose. I hate losing. If I have the fear that this goalkeeper is better than this, but not in the short term thinking, in the long term run, because what we can't do also and what we need to understand is we can't bring all the time different players. You need consistency. If you want to have success, look at all the teams, it's consistency. With this changing, and I know the media likes to go on this, or this is not good. Sometimes it takes time. It takes time. Like I said at the beginning, success is not never like this. Never. It's like this, let's say me as a player, I was injured, or maybe I was rejected as a young age. I was in Hamburg. When the highest power didn't want me, I had to go another way, I played somewhere else, then I went to Hannover. From there, I went to Dortmund. No, when I went to Dortmund, also Hamburg, they wanted me, but then it was too late. You know, so things are not always going smooth. I had a lot of injuries, I came back, and this is how it is. If you expect something like this, you will find it nowhere. Nowhere, I'm telling you. Everybody who's somewhere, he will tell you what you went through before you went there. It's not like this is what you see, maybe somebody's there, but it takes ups and downs. This is normal. And sometimes it's just you have patience. And I understand this is the football business. Sometimes there's no patience. I understand this. Everybody wants results. I also want results. But I only think about the things I can control. And this is like to prepare, to take the players who I think which are best for the country, not for me, for the country, to prepare the players as best as I can to win for the country, because I know how much responsibility this Ghanaian football has for the people, for everyone. And so for me, I will do my best. And after the last loss, I even worked 3 times harder. You know, it's maybe to give you just an insight. Surely my wife is not happy because I was not at home. Sure, but this is life. You know, sometimes you have to work even more, even harder to achieve what you want to do.
Okay, thank you very much, colleagues. Thanks for your confidence. In the course, hopefully, Monday evening, and then we'll keep you updated across our platforms. Once again, enjoy your Thursday afternoon, and thanks for your confidence.
Otto Addo, Otto Addo, Otto Addo, I also play.